All creatures on Earth have the sight of the force to defend themselves and to ensure their survival. Now we review a collection of the strangest means of self-defense used by these creatures. Hairy frog. Let's start from the animals could reach out of self-defense to the point of breaking their bones in order to avoid predators such as frog-haired, or as it is called frog-horror. When exposed of the attack, the frog breaks its toes bones. These bones puncture its leather to be what looks like a cat's claws. Scientists believe that after the danger has passed, the muscles relax and return to the initial position so that bones return as they were. Malaysian ants. This strange kind of ants has to wait until the enemy is approaching and then it explodes. The mechanics of these bombings summed up that this kind of ants possess internal glands full of poison, and when it feels threatened, the stomach shrinks and these glands explode, volatilizing poison on the enemy. Bombardier beetles. At first glance, some may fancy about the extent of the patent of these beetles, but they may emit toxic fluids and too hot may reach the boiling point toward anything that could be threatened, and these fluids may cause major damage because it melts the sufferer segment. Bosom animal. This pleasing animal had many tricks to defend himself against his enemies, where he can play a dead role and comes out of his mouth butter to delude his enemies that he poisoned or sick. It also produces a green material smells like a skunk and makes himself into semi-unconsciousness state, making his enemies fall for attacking him. Dwarf sperm whale. Maybe his name suggests that lovely small whale just like any other small animals, but do not be surprised when you know that this small whale has an organ over his anus. Secrete a liquid bleak in the water spreads around him to be able to easily escape. Fish hag. This fish is unique in type and unique in its self-defense also, as in the case of an attack. They secrete a gelatinous substance of the pores in the body, and this substance envelop the enemy with a gelatinous mass, causing suffocation. Sea cucumber. This animal defends itself by the ability to change the status of his body from a liquid to a solid state, and just like any other polychaetes, the skin of this animal has a type of collagen, has the ability to expel or absorb water, which affects the body condition and change it from a liquid to solid or vice versa. Horned lizard. This lizard exists in the southwestern of United States, and not form of horns alone is reason to fear, but it is able to raise blood pressure in her head so that blood vessels in the eyelids explode and graduated what looks like bullets from mixed blood with other nasty substance for a distance of up to 5 feet. Each attack costs her a third of the amount of blood, but it remains much better than to be eaten by another enemy. The Abaro salmon. This creature defends through harming itself when exposed to an attack. It pushes its ribs outward, piercing the skin, and then secrete a deadly poison through this holes. After that, this salmon surgeon heals surprisingly without leaving any scars.